Yep, a whole trap set. Pretty much just in the middle out. Of course, of course. And a water spell, no less. You should be able to get out of that.
I can't use spells underwater.
What? Oh, he's there! Oh, shit! Witch Hat Atelier. Episode 9 was very interesting and very exciting, guys, okay? So, yeah, coming from the last episode, we see Noah still has his memories wiped away. He doesn't know what's going on, and his son Tartar is very concerned about it, right? He actually sees that, he questions, how come Noah didn't see that flash of light that we saw last episode? Like, it was very glaring, and it encompassed almost the entire house. So how does that notice anything? So
Flash of light was
the truth will come to light. That's what happens
no
all
way
the time.
Grandad could have missed it. Perhaps Mr. Keyfree knows the real reason Grandad forgot.
He's the reason why.
Or perhaps
he
is the reason.
Okay, my boy is very perceptive, I think. So he's very suspect of Keyfree already. You know what I'm saying? So again, even though he has silver wash eyes, he's very observant, right? So not to be slept on at all by any means. I think that he might become a witch one day. We'll see though. He has the potential to do that, right? And then other than just the sight. And then, obviously, Keyfree has his own things going through, right? He's keeping a secrets from his apprentices and everybody else, right? Again, he did wipe Noah's memories. He did do that, right? He's so obsessed with this ink bottle, right? Which is basically a key to the brim caps, who took something from him a long time ago. He wants to reclaim that back. So I understand, in a way, why he's doing what he's doing, but at the same time, it's kind of like, damn, like, you're really hiding and lying and doing all these suspect things. Eventually, the truth will come to light, right? But right now, he's just kind of enjoying time with his apprentices, teaching them the ways of being witches, right? I think that's kind of like his way to, like, maybe keep himself from being dark. I'm kind of starting to think that, right? That's kind of his outlet. Is teaching, right? And he won't just kind of go crazy into this obsession only into finding the brim caps, right? I think that's kind of what these girls serve purpose as, kind of as his outlet, his light, right? But yeah, man, obviously they're going through their thing. They're working on spells. Obviously, the size and the way you draw them and the elegance of it all matters, and the result that comes out to be, right, when it comes to magic, right? And obviously Coco's still practicing, getting better. Love that. Love to see that. Got and Riche, Tetsuya Riche, Coco and Agat, very, very different characters, right? Not only in the design, but in the way that they act and the way that they see magic and their goals, right? So we already saw Tetsuya's goal, right, is to, again, make sure that cloud, that puff magic, they call it, or what did they call it? I forgot what Agat called it, the serpent cloud of, like, right? That just to make sure that is like one of her biggest spells and that gets kind of known throughout the world, right? And it looks as though she also wants to have her own cap, witch's cap with twin tails, like two twin points going out, right? I love Tetsuya's energy, bro.
Just like the tails. Another
Wow.
reason I'm excited to grow up is so I can design myself a cap with 2 points on top.
Okay, that's cool, right? Yo, yeah, very simple, right? She's not, and she's very easygoing. She's not too obsessed with getting better, right? She kind of has a clear goal in mind. I like that about her, right? And then we have Agat, right? Agat just determined to get stronger and kind of prove herself to her lineage. And look, they taught right here that looks as though Agat is she's a descendant of a big family of witches, right? I guess one of the 3 main witches that they just mentioned in this episode, right? So
I refuse to stay the way I am now.
damn, these kids are very different.
Reach. I'll get through the tests as quickly as possible.
This showing me just how different these apprentices are.
God comes from a long line of witches descended from an apprentice to the 3 wise ones.
Oh.
The head is always a librarian. What was it called? House Arclum, I think?
So yeah, she has her own thing going on. And then we have Riche coming from a different angle, right? I just love it. And Coco just doing it for the love of the magic and kind of like doing whatever she can to get better to see if she can save her mom, right? I just kind of love the whole dynamic of these characters, right? And there goes Keyfree explaining exactly the history behind everything, right? I love that. He's explaining the history behind the tests, right? And why the tests are so important. The kids are asking, why would you gotta take these tests? Like, I think Coco and everybody's very curious. He's kind of just breaking it down again for them, right? So He did a very good job of explaining everything, right? I liked it.
Earn the permission to become.
So, let me see. Let me go through it again. Yeah, he break down all 5 tests. I don't want to go through all of them right now. He explained all of them. But yeah, there's 5 tests in total. And each of them are meant to kind of give you a learning lesson about yourself during your magic journey, right? During your journey of being a witch. And again, it's the result. It's like anything else in life. You take from the result whatever you take. Every person is different, right? If you think that it was meaningful to you, the test, it's meaningful to you. If you thought the test was a waste of time, that was a waste of time, right? It depends on the user and the person taking the test is the perspective of what you think the lesson was learned for you, right? Not everybody learns the same lesson. It could be very different, right? But Rishay, right? Rishay just kind of showed here in her character that she doesn't really care for the test. She just wants to do magic in her own way, maybe come to her own spells, right? And again, she's just showing me just how different she is from everybody else, right? So
They're annoying.
one of the
I hate being
biggest
told what to do when
things.
to draw spells.
That's all she wants to
I
do.
want to draw.
Damn, Rishay is coming
You
from a
only draw the
completely
spells you
opposite
want
perspective.
to.
So you see, Rishay doesn't care for the
That's
test at
fine
all.
with me. If being an adult means being forced to do things you don't want to do, then I'd rather stay as I am.
Right, so I just love that these characters are very different. But again, what role will they take as they get older? That's my concern now. Kiefer, to be honest, I don't think Kiefer is the best teacher. He's not doing the best in terms of being a teacher. He's doing okay. They respect him. They love him. But I think these 4 are destined to go down very different paths. And God and Rishi being maybe a darker path, right? Hopefully they don't become brim caps one day due to their darkness. Cause they have kind of like a dark nature to them a little bit, right? And then the nightmare fuel. Oh my gosh. Coco going through her darkness. She sees her mom, right? She's in a dark place right now. She's having a dream, I'm assuming. Sees her mom, and her mom is just, she runs to her. And then what happens is, like, the mom just kind of scolds her a little bit. Like, all this happened because of you. I told you not to dabble in magic because normal people can't use magic. And look what happened to me now, right? Again,
I warned you, didn't I?
damn!
Normal people can't use magic.
Right? Again, this is a vision. This is a dream. But it's really kind of just showing you the dark things Coco's been through, right? You see, Agat is scolding her, right? When Agat scolded her for, oh, this is all your fault. You're saying you didn't mean to. You're saying that you're new, but you're still causing consequences for people around you. Yeah, you're sorry. What does sorry really mean if you're endangering everybody around you, right? So that's
Turning your mother to stone, putting those around you in danger. But it's fine, because you didn't mean to, did you?
right. So that's, again, a fair thought. When she scolded her for that during that mission with the dragon, with the serpent, I was like, that's a fair assessment, right? Coming from a god, right? She is new, she is ignorant, but again, with that ignorance comes, you have to understand. You gotta be more understanding. That's why me and a guy had a little bit of issues. You feel me? But it looks like God is growing up a little bit when it comes to Coco, a little bit, right? And then finally, we're seeing the real problem, right? The ink bottle, right? Again, she has been influenced by the Brimcats. The Brimcats have their sights on her. Specifically that Brimcat that, we were seeing the entire time. Again, what is Coco destined to do for them? I have no idea what her end goal is for them, what they want her end goal to be. But she's part of it now. There's no getting around it, right? And she's working hard to, give Agat back her shoes, right? Even through all of this darkness she's going through and through that whole vision, she is still optimistic and cares about her friends. So yeah, I think she's gonna be okay. She's just going through the trials and turbulences of being a new person or something. And I feel as though she'll overcome all her struggles eventually, right? And then here we go with Kiefer, his obsession with this bottle and the coin, right? So again, he broke down the whole story of the twin bottles and how, during the day of the pact, they said that one of the forbidden rules are using the magic to afflict on somebody's body, right? You can no longer use your magic to influence your body or your physical outcome, right? So basically, there's a section of witch who didn't like that because they use healing for medicine, which is used on the body, right? So basically, you using magic to heal yourself or to bring yourself back from maybe the brink of death, that's now forbidden probably, right? I'm assuming. And that's why this faction of healers kind of just fought back a little bit. But at the end of the day, obviously, the day of the pact, that they have the higher say, right? So that faction of healing has probably died out somewhat, right? And then now forbidden magic like this, the twin bottle thing of kind of using the spell in order to bring one healing ornament from one place to another to kind of so the healing, healing around, basically the transportation of healing magic or medicine being used to be used in different situations, that is no longer allowed. But it looks as though the Brim Caps have access to that. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to my point. The Brim Caps have access to all of these things that have been forbidden and taken away from the day of the pack, which just makes it just all the other witches that are not Brim Caps are at a disadvantage. Because not only do they have access to the normal magic, they have access to the forbidden magic that has all the cool stuff. You feel me? Like healing, for example, right? But yeah, Kifri found the bottle. He's obsessed with this bottle. And his obsession obviously led to him failing to keep the bottle, contained. Because because the coin is the key. The coin will, and if he uses the guiding orb, he can put the coin inside the bottle, put it in the guiding orb, and it can lead them right to the Brim Caps. And obviously that backfired on him literally with a water spell, which he's supposed to be proficient in, but he's not when he's in water. That's a damn shame. And then and then the coin just starts, acting up, going crazy. Yep, a whole trap set. Everybody just in the middle out. Of course, of course. And a water spell, no less. You should be able to get out of that.
I can't use spells underwater.
What? Dude. He ends up getting electrocuted, right? So it was basically a water spell mixed with a lightning spell, right? Some dangerous stuff that the Brim Caps have access to and we don't. That's messed up shit right there. Again, we're behind the game. The enemy comes to get the coin back because he knows that if Kifri has the coin, it can lead the coin can lead him right to their base or wherever he's staying at, right? Or wherever he's at all times. He can't allow that. So he comes back and gets the coin without even flexing on Kifri at all. Well, he flexed, but he didn't even barely say anything to him. Oh, he's there! Oh, shit!
You're here. Oh, the eye.
Damn! He just kind of got the coin and left. Kind of like, yeah, bro. I'm just here to get this shit. You're not really worth my time. Didn't even try to capture him. Didn't try to kill him or anything. Just came back for the coin and left. Right? So I wonder why that is. Usually the enemy tries to make some type of statement other than just flexing the power. But yeah, I wonder what the Brim Cats think of Kifri all in all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Kifri's not really worth their time. Right? But again, that's why Kifri's so upset with them, right? They took something from him, and now the fact that there's one clue to get into the Brim Cats is gone, he's now fucked, right? But yeah, Coco, being a great friend, brings Agate her shoes back, and it kind of explains to her, like, I got questions her, like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you not stitching on me? How come we went through all this time? I put you in the fire, basically. I threw you to the wolves, right? I didn't like you, and I want you gone. And yet you haven't told anybody anything. You haven't told Kifri. You haven't told Rugio. You haven't snitched on me. Why is that?
What are you plotting exactly?
There has to be a plot.
I'm confused. The first test, the Dada range, the diadem herb. I was the one who forced you to take it. And yet you never revealed that to Master Kifri.
He's a good person, bro.
Nor to our watchful eye, though you had every chance.
And Coco just says, I just took the thing that you gave me. You throwing me into the fire as a challenge. It was a way for me to, kind of make my mark here and just know that I can do it. So I just took the challenge because I love magic, right? So I have nothing against you, right? And that's just kind of, I wonder if that helps their relationship a little bit even further. But whenever you see two anime characters looking at each other like this type of view right here is very profound. I feel as though there's more to this relationship. It's going to be big. Like, it's not just gonna end. I feel her just accepting her very easily. I feel like there's more conflict yet to come. You guys see your favorite anime characters look at each other like this. There's usually gonna be a conflict or maybe a fight in the future, right? It gives me kind of a Naruto Sasuke-ish energy. I know it isn't the same. Circumstances are very different, but the characters themselves aren't too different from Naruto and Sasuke. I can see something growing there, like a bond. But a bond that's going to be going through a lot to get to the end of the rainbow, right? Yeah, I can see that, definitely. But yeah, again, Agat now sees that Coco is kind of just a good person. She's not trying to hide anything from her. She's not plotting anything. She just is taking everything like a champ, right? Agat runs to Kifri, when Coco passes out after that conversation they just had. And then she's trying to tell them, yo, something's wrong with Coco, right? And then Coco was brought by Keyfree over back to Con, right? To find a hospital, and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And again, Tartar has to be the one to lead him to the hospital because he knows the area, right? And they successfully get her to the hospital safe and sound, right? And then this conversation right here, I wonder where this is gonna go. I wonder what question Tartar is gonna ask Keyfree. It's probably gonna have to do something with Noah, and the fact that Noah doesn't know what's going on, acting weird. So maybe Keyfree's gonna have to tell him the truth, but it looks as though Keyfree is not in the business of telling the truth at all. He isn't. Keyfree is in the business of lies and deception right now, just to make sure that he gets close to the brim caps and do whatever it takes not to reveal anything, right? So I wonder if he's gonna tell him the truth, and I wonder what this question really is gonna be. But I have an idea, like I said, right? I wonder if Coco's gonna be okay. And yeah, we just got a great insight into all these characters in this episode. This is one of my favorite episodes so far because we get to see an insight to each person's kind of view on what's going on and their current state of affairs, right? Even the enemy, right? So yeah, I cannot wait to see what happens in episode 10 next week, okay? Guys, thank y'all so much for the vibe. Look out for episode reactions every single Monday. And happy Memorial Day to all you guys out there and to all of our fallen soldiers, guys, in the USA. That's where I'm from, okay? From the Bronx, New York, all right? And yeah, man, I hope everyone's enjoying the holiday, right? And just kind of think briefly today about what this holiday means. And hopefully, you guys are having a good day today, right? And hopefully you guys stick around with me for more anime in the future, all right? Guys, thank you guys so much for the vibe. On the bottom of the screen, you will see a panel showing all the anime that we all react to on this channel. Witch Hat Atelier is one of our shonen anime. Look up for episode reactions every single Monday, okay? Also, YKTV store online merch coming real soon, and it has some serious drip, guys, okay? It's almost done. I'm about to release it soon. I'll let you guys know, okay? Spreading positivity and confidence with the style powered by you. And do not forget to follow me on my social media for YKTV updates and edits. The link to my socials are in the description. Do not forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, know the vibe, and don't forget the motto, guys. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, and enjoy life, all right? Take care, y'all. Peace.